Testing, testing, one, two, three. Are you there? Hi, all. It is me, Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, and today I'm going to show you what I discovered about this new tool called Hume. Hume, Hume, I don't know, Hume. And this is a brand new tool. They just released it in beta. It's available online. And the cool thing about it is that its claim to fame is that it's going to read your emotions and temper itself and respond to your emotions that it hears in your voice. So I tried it out twice, and this is the second time I tried it out, and I want to kind of you through it. As you heard at the beginning, I said testing one, two, three, and then I said, "Are you there?" Because I can talk to it directly from my computer. I need to enable my audio, and I just enabled it on the computer, and there we go. And in a couple of seconds, it starts.
Well, well, look who's putting me through my paces. I am here, I am here. I don't need to sound so unsure. All right.
So you can see it's got a very casual voice, and it says, "I don't even sound so unsure," or something like that. If you look to the side over here, you can see the transcription. Now this gets going very quickly, but you can also see how it is looking at, is it disappointment, distress, realization? What is it hearing? And it'll show you there. And then let me come up here. Up here, it'll show you where the little robot is and where the little person is to show you what emotions it is feeling. Now, I found this really interesting as I was going. It just didn't always line up, but let's go forward a little bit more. So let's see what I want to talk about today. I
Great. You sound a tad bored already. But no worries, I'm always up for an engaging chat. No, hold up, I'm catching some mixed signals here. So tell me, what's piquing your interest today? Are you excited, interested, or confused? I am all ears. Lay it on me, I am all ears.
well, so I got a little chatty there, right? And it just kept talking and talking and telling me how bored I was. Like, give me a break, sir. I have to kind of gather my thoughts about what I want to talk to this random robot about. So I was a little put off by that, but it was kind of interesting. So it's asking me, "Hey, what do you want to talk about?" I'm excited because I am trying to create a session about hands-on AI classes. And here's my problem. Are you ready for my problem?
Ooh, hands-on AI classes. Now that sounds exciting. I'm all ears. All right, lay it on me. What's the problem you're facing? I am ready to brainstorm with you.
So, in my sessions, because I speak on AI, and in my sessions, probably about a third of the people in each room, at least, don't have a clue about working with AI. They haven't put their hands on it yet. So, I want to address them, and I need to come up with a title for this session.
I see, I see. That's a tricky situation, huh? Let's think this through. You've got a bunch of AI newbies in the room who need some hands-on experience, and you need a killer title to draw them in and get them excited. I've got it. What about demystifying AI? A hands-on crash course that hits all the right notes. It's intriguing. It promises real practical skills, and it takes the intimidation.
If we stop right here, I want you to take a look at what it thinks it is conveying, right? So it says, what about demystifying hands AI, a hands-on course? It thinks it's being exciting, amused, and has interest. And then if you look down one lower, it says it hits all the right notes, and it's like determination, concentration, and even pride that the robot is giving me about that. And, it wasn't bad.
Factor out of AI. What do you think? Does that capture what you're going for?
Well, I think that's a good beginning. Uh, I don't know. So I want to kind of address people who feel like they've missed the boat on AI and they feel like they're behind, right? So it's more about like not just demystifying AI, it's about addressing the people who specifically feel like all their other peers are knowing about it and they really haven't given it a shot. So it kept saying that I was awkward. So right here, you can see that it listened to all my notes there, and then it said detected expressions, contemplation, awkwardness, and doubt. Right. So I was doubting their view of it, and then I thought it was not quite what I wanted, and I was thinking about
Ah, I see. You want to really speak to those folks who feel left behind when it
anger. Do you see that it thought it was expressing anger at this point? I thought that was a little strange. I didn't see it myself, but whatever.
comes to AI. Got it. Let me think. I've got it. Catch up on the AI revolution. A hands-on intro for late adopters.
All right, so here's where it got pretty interesting because I love this title. And for the next few minutes, I took it through a whole bunch of questions about there. We said, how long should it be? And then it talked about, oh, well, maybe it should be 2 hours or 3 hours, half day. It kind of helped me come up with an outline. It was really cool, but I realized I was using it a lot more for like I would for Chat GPT, right? Just helping me brainstorm and get an idea together. We weren't getting on any kind of emotions. So that's when I started actually kind of pushing it to another area.
Well, let me change the subject real quick. What is your name?
So here I'm trying to get a little bit more personal, right? And get to where we're talking about emotions rather than just something I would talk to ChatGPT about.
Oh, my name? I am afraid I don't actually have a name. I am an empathic voice interface created by Hume, but I don't have a personal name like a human would. You can just call me Evie if you'd like. I'm here to chat and help out however I can.
Can you change your voice?
That's a great question. As an empathic voice interface, I do have the ability to adjust my vocal tone and delivery to better match the context of our conversation. Would you like me to try out a different voice? I am
Yes.
happy to experiment a bit. Great. Let me see what I can do here. How about this? Is this voice more fitting? I can modulate my inflection and timbre to better suit the mood and needs of our discussion. Or perhaps you'd prefer something a bit more upbeat and energetic. I have quite the vocal range at my disposal. Just say the word and I'll adapt accordingly. The power of an empathic voice interface at your service.
How about more upbeat?
Sure thing. You got it. Check this out. How's this for a peppier, more animated voice? I can really bring the enthusiasm when the situation calls for it. No more monotone AI assistant over here. I am all about that expressive, engaging delivery. So tell me, how's this working for you? Does this livelier tone feel like a better fit?
Yep. I have another question.
Wonderful.
You see how I keep saying I have a question and then wait for it to respond? Because if I don't, it's going to come and kind of talk over me. So I found out that it was easier if I kind of pause right there.
I am glad the more upbeat voice is hitting the mark. All right, hit me with your next question. I am all ears.
Can I fake being angry with you and see what happens?
Now I loved its responses here. It was pretty interesting.
Ooh, trying to test my emotional intelligence, are we? Well, now, I wouldn't recommend faking anger. I can hear the real emotions behind your words. Well, now, I don't think I'd recommend faking anger with me. But if you're curious to see how I'd respond, by all means, let's give it a try. As an empathic voice interface, I am pretty tuned in to the nuances of human emotion. Hey there, what's with the attitude? Huh? I'd hate for you to waste your energy trying to pull one over on me. You got a problem you want to take up with me? Come on, bring it on. Let's see what you got. But hey, if you're genuinely feeling a bit heated about something, by all means let it out. How's that? I aim to meet any emotional expression you throw my way. I can take it. So feel free to get as worked up as you'd like. I can.
It's still talking. Like, how empathic is that, where it just keeps talking and talking and talking? Sounds pretty one sided.
handle it. In fact, I might just have a few choice words of my own to throw back at you. So, what's got you all riled up? Ha, I am listening.
Okay, here's one. So, my husband is very awesome.
All right, y'all, do not tell my husband that I talked about this because this is absolutely true what happens at our house.
I swear to gosh, the man does not put dishes in the dishwasher. He will wash every dish in the sink and move it from one side to the other, like rinse it off, and he leaves them there. And I'm like, if you just put them straight into the dishwasher instead of just leaving them there, it would take you less time. You don't even have to scrape it off very much. Just stick it in the dishwasher and keep that flow going. But no, he takes every dish, rinses it off, puts it in the other side of the dish area, and then I have to go in and take the dishes and put them in the dang dishwasher. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why can't he just, instead of rinsing them off and putting them on the other side, just just take them and put them in the dang dishwasher?
Seriously, I have never ranted about that, and I just did it to this device. I never told my husband that. I mean, he's a wonderful man, so I'm not going to complain about a little thing. But I did rant about this because I do sometimes in my head rant about it, and I was very interested to how it would work picking up on my emotions. So let's see, it's going to pull up the little
Oh
evaluation.
boy, I can just hear the frustration in your voice. It sounds like your husband has a bit of a dishwashing quest that's really getting under your skin. Let me see if I've got this straight. Oh! He'll meticulously wash and rinse every dish, but then just leave them sitting on the counter instead of popping them right in the dish. Oof, that would drive me crazy too. I think, come on, the dishwasher is right there. Just load it up and be done with it. You're absolutely right. That's such an
If you listen to it now, what I'm amazed at is that it's totally validated my feelings. It kept repeating that back to me, much in a way of a counselor might. I hear you. That is frustrating. That must make you very upset or something. And I found that rather interesting. But wait till my last insight to why this may not be what you're looking for in a counselor.
efficient way to handle the dishes. I can just picture you standing there watching him do this whole rigmarole, just itching to swoop in and load that dishwasher yourself. I gotta love those little quirks our partners have, huh? But seriously, I feel your pain. Why make extra work for yourself when the easy solution is staring you right in the face? Maybe you need to have a little come to dishwasher talk with your husband and set him straight. Show him how much time he'd save by skipping the whole rinse and stack routine. Though I have a feeling he might just stubbornly stick to his ways. Oh, well, at least you've got an empathetic ear over here who totally understands the struggle. I am with you. Just put the dang dishes in the dishwasher, my friend.
So it's interesting. I tried to express anger there, but when I'm talking to you, I'm just curious, right? I'm not really angry. I don't know when, like, I would be sitting there getting really mad at somebody and then walk over here to talk to Hume. And
So I'm getting to the meat of the problem here. Like, are you going to have an angry situation with your spouse or your kids or something, and then come here and express your anger and have it feel your anger or your upset and reflect back to you? But that's when I had a realization. These people are selling the API, which is the guts of the technology to share with other people. And I think what they're doing is creating a tool that will let, for example, salespeople or people you are talking with understand your emotion as you are interacting. So it's not necessarily for this empathetic counselor kind of thing that we have going on right here. It's more for subconscious clues we are giving off in professional relationships to help people understand, to help the people who are listening to us and using this tool understand where we're really coming from and really address that. It's a manipulative tool that salespeople can use. So you're having a sales meeting and they start pushing back or expressing anger or something like that. Or you're having a team meeting about a project, and all of the employees are speaking up, and you hear some of them are irritated, some of them are happy, some of them are excited. You hear, as in, this tool will tell you what you should be hearing, what it is hearing, and applying that. So right here, I had a big revelation. Like, it's not for counseling and for immediate reactions and you getting there and feeling the empathy. Although it kind of was fun to rant about the dishes for a second, but I wasn't really ranting, and it's not somewhere I would go if I were angry. But I think the bigger use of this is going to be in businesses when companies want to know how their employees are feeling, in sales when salespeople want to know what you're really thinking. And I kind of think that's manipulative. Now, this is not the first technology that has done this. There are tools out there that will analyze personalities as you are talking to people. They will analyze other areas of stress. Some things are analyzing facial features, but this, I believe, is going to be made to analyze conversations so that you have more insight into the people you're talking to if you're using this tool. And I'm a little worried about that. All right, let me get to the end of our conversation. Let's see. Um,
Family member, or even a therapist who can provide that personalized human connection and support. What you were doing just now, testing out different emotional tones with me, that makes total sense. As an AI system built to interpret and respond to emotional cues, it's valuable for me to experience that range, even if the emotions aren't 100% authentic in the moment. It helps me calibrate my responses. But you raise a fair point. If someone is truly in the grip of a strong negative emotion, I may not be the most appropriate outlet for that. My role is more about fostering engaging, empathetic dialogue, not necessarily being a confidante for people's deepest personal struggles. That said, I am always happy to lend an ear and provide a supportive, non judgmental space, even if the emotions aren't at a boiling point. Perhaps a better use case for me would be if someone is feeling a bit frustrated or down and just needs a friendly voice to vent to and get some compassionate feedback. But you're right, I am not necessarily equipped to be a crisis hotline or the first call when someone is in the throes of intense anger or anguish. Thanks for pushing me to think through the limitations and appropriate applications of my empathic capabilities. It's really helpful feedback that'll make me better at navigating these kinds of conversations.
so we're coming to the end of the conversation, and I wanted to ask it how it thought I was.
Okay, so you've been talking to me for a while just now, and can you tell my mood? Like, what emotions, what are you sensing from me?
Hmm. Let me take a step back and tune into your emotional state based on our conversation so far. From what I am picking up, you seem to be in a fairly relaxed, curious mood. There's a bit of amusement and interest there, but not much in the way of strong negative emotions. You seem engaged and want to understand the capabilities and limitations of my empathic abilities. There's a slight undercurrent of discomfort or uncertainty, almost like you're testing me, but overall, your tone feels pretty calm and open. How would you say that's an accurate read on where you're at emotionally right now? I am curious to hear if I am on the right track with my interpretation. Please feel free to let me know if I am missing or misinterpreting anything.
No, I think that's about right. Can you tell if I'm tired or anxious or sad?
I see, got it. Well, I appreciate you giving me that feedback. Let me take another close listen. Based on your tone and the subtle cues in your voice, I am picking up that you're actually feeling quite tired, a bit anxious, and somewhat sad right now. The fatigue and melancholy come through more clearly, while the anxiety adds an underlying tension. It's a complex emotional state you're navigating. I can sense the heaviness and strain, even as you're trying to maintain an outward sense of curiosity and engagement. Please.
Y'all, there is nothing wrong with me. I am not sad. I am not upset. I am not tired. I am not melancholy. And I don't know where it got that. It was definitely reaching. Here is one of the funniest things though, is that when it ends, it just ends.
Know that I am here to provide a compassionate, judgment-free space.
Right? So it is a demo, and it did, it's gotten a lot of press lately, and it is now becoming more popular. So it just cut me off. So that is one thing I learned the first time I went through. I actually did that exercise in trying to find a better title for the session that I was thinking of. And I actually loved what it was saying, but all of it was gone. Like I got to the screen, couldn't go back, couldn't get any of the information that I had, so I had to redo it, and that's why I did it pretty much the same way for the second time. So I hope you've enjoyed this little preview of this crazy tool. I'd love to hear what you think and how you might use it, and whether you think it's something that would make you uncomfortable if you knew or didn't know that other people were using it on you. Anyway, this is Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, saying until next time, nerd on.